What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Welcome to your stimulus check update, stimulus package, and infrastructure update and daily news report for Saturday, August 21st. Now, last week we have seen a lot of new proposals for the upcoming infrastructure package. We've seen some ideas for possible standalone bills, but this week in just 2 days, we are potentially going to see more reports, more updates, and better news because the House of Representatives will be back in Washington. They will be back in just 2 days. They're going to have a vote in 3 days on Tuesday for the $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill. So this is actually good news. We also have good news that in just 2 days, possibly on Monday, in 2 days from today, we could potentially see a full FDA approval for the Pfizer vaccine. So yes, things are happening, things are looking up, but yes, COVID cases are also up as well. So in today's video, I want to discuss the fourth stimulus check. I want to address the infrastructure update, talk to you about Social Security and unemployment as to what we are seeing as of right now. So again, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. If you are, go ahead, hit that like button. Number one, it helps out the channel. But number two, I love hearing that you guys are having a great day. So here's what we know. First, let's dive into the Social Security boost. Here's what we are hearing. A lot of people want to know, will this happen? And I'm always looking, I'm always scouring the internet to try to figure out, is anybody discussing Social Security? Here's what we know. Many argue that raising Social Security benefits is not something that many lawmakers want to do at this time. It's not because they don't think it's necessary, but they think the risks of increasing Social Security benefits is not going to outweigh the benefit as to providing more people with a little bit of additional income right now. Here's the problem. Some are saying that raising benefits on Social Security will only cause the Social Security Trust Fund to run dry a little bit faster than originally anticipated. It is supposed to lose funding by about 2035. However, there are reports now that say we could see that we see cuts to the Social Security fund about 2032. So it's already coming up, and that's in about 10 years. Some say if we see increases and we add in a little bit extra every single month to every single Social Security recipient, it would most likely cause the Social Security Trust Fund to run dry about 2030. So in 8 years. So it's not looking great. They also say Social Security will get its largest cost of living adjustment in 2022. It will most likely be right about 6.2 to 6.5%. That's big. But the problem is the increase is only because of prices out there are actually increasing. The cost of goods, it's increasing. A gallon of gas is increasing. There's places in California that cost over $6 a gallon to get gas. That's insane. That is insane. I never thought I would ever see that. But that's insane. Now, a lot of people are asking, what about President Biden? Because he promised $200 per month boost to Social Security recipients. Well, according to experts, this will never happen. This will never happen. This was a lie to begin with because President Biden, he does not have the authority to increase Social Security. It will have to come through Congress, and Congress is so divided. The Senate, they cannot get all 50 Senate Democrats to agree, and there's no way they can get all 50 Senate Democrats and 10 Republicans on board with spending additional money. It's not going to happen. So, experts say this was a lie. Now, let's address unemployment for a second, because Janet Yellen and President Biden both support the ending of federal unemployment benefits. And this is tough to say because a lot of people need this money. They need this money. They're only living and surviving because of this additional boost. Janet Yellen and President Biden Both say that it only makes sense for certain states to continue their enhanced unemployment benefits, not all states. And this is true. This is 100% true that yes, there are certain states that are seeing more people need this unemployment benefit. They are requiring this $300 per week boost to just live and survive. But in other states, it's not necessarily needed. It's not needed because the unemployment rate is fairly low. There's a lot of people that don't need this. So that's why the Biden administration is pushing this onto the individual states and saying, hey, if you guys need it, you guys have the funding, then you provide the funding to your residents. But we will see. Some say this is going to help get workers back into the workforce before it's too late. But others say it's already too late. Some argue that workers won't want to go back to work if the Delta COVID variant is shutting businesses down once again. Which again is 100% true. Why would somebody go off of unemployment a couple weeks early? Because really we got 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today and unemployment benefits are going to expire. But what we know is why would somebody want to go off unemployment benefits, go back to work for possibly a week or two, and then the business could potentially shut down, let's say the first couple weeks in September, or sometime in September, first couple weeks of October. The business is going to shut down because of the Delta COVID variant. It's not good news. And this does not make many people want to go back to work, especially in an office building. But we'll see. But again, a lot of these discussions are going around that $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill. Some say we need to see an extension of unemployment benefits. However, it would have to be included into the budget reconciliation bill. But according to Senator Bernie Sanders, this won't be voted on for months. We might not see a vote for another couple of months. So that's not great. We're almost in the end of August 21st. That's not great. But some are saying that if we don't see this bill pass in September, then really why would we need to include unemployment benefits? We don't know what's going to happen in October or November or December. But what many people have asked for in the past, and this is something that the Problem Solvers Caucus even proposed before as well, is let's have some automatic triggers that if the economy is not doing well, let's provide more unemployment benefits. If the economy is struggling, let's provide another stimulus check. If things are not where they once were, right? If the COVID situation is worsening, let's provide more money to COVID. Let's provide more money to control this pandemic. Let's do that. But again, automatic triggers, and Congress says no, they do not want to do that. But right now, some are saying if we would have had automatic triggers, they would have already triggered. The American people would have got an additional stimulus check. They would probably got monthly checks at this point. We would have seen more money for nutrition assistance, which President Biden is pushing for that 25% boost. He's already approved that. So that's big there. But again, it's all surrounding that $3.5 trillion bill, which could potentially be held up for another couple of months. But again, we will know more on Tuesday, because that's when the House of Representatives will be back in Washington and they will vote on this bill. Now, just to give you an idea, right now, lawmakers are already arguing about the $3.5 trillion bill, and it hasn't even been written yet. People don't even know what's going to be in it. Lawmakers haven't even decided exactly what's going to be in it and how much is going to be allocated to which provisions. We don't know. And even though the bill hasn't been written yet, there's many disagreements. And one of the disagreements right now is that Democrats want to see, and they say, we must spend billions to provide proper elder care. But Republicans say that no, this is not the time, it's too high, and spending $300 billion on elder care right now is not the best use of funds. However, this isn't the only argument. Medicare, immigration, social stimulus, these are all some of the big issues that Republicans will be fighting back against. They've already started. They're not going to stop. So again, the House of Representatives, they will return to Washington this coming week. We're going to see the voting process begin on Tuesday. Right now, they're going to take up this $3.5 trillion budget resolution bill. They're going to get this voted on. and reports indicate that Nancy Pelosi isn't worried about the 9 centrist Democrats in the House that say they will block the bill if the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, that bipartisan bill, is not voted on first. But this vote's going to happen on Tuesday. This means that Democrats have until Tuesday to get these 9 centrist Democrats on board. If not, we will not see the $3.5 trillion budget resolution pass, which means we will not move forward with the $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation bill, which would provide additional stimulus to you and I and millions of Americans. But we also won't see that $1.2 trillion bipartisan bill either. So it's not looking great, but we will have answers very soon. But let's get into the COVID news for today. According to multiple federal officials, the FDA full approval for the Pfizer vaccine could come as early as Monday, in just 2 days. So it's going to happen this week, but it would most likely come as early as Monday. Experts say that millions have been waiting for the full FDA approval before they will even consider getting the vaccine. I have many friends that are doing this exact same thing. I completely understand it. Okay, I do not fault them for this decision. But that's something we're seeing, that many are just waiting for this full FDA approval, and then they will go and get the vaccine. So things could be looking up very soon. With the Delta COVID variant surging across the country right now, some are saying that this is the perfect timing to make this happen. One thing health experts have said from the beginning is that the risks of the vaccine do not outweigh the rewards, and until recently, many didn't agree. But now they're starting to see, okay, the risk of the vaccine might not be so bad, but if I don't get it and I contract COVID and go to the hospital, right now with the ICU capacity where it's at, you might be sitting in a bed or a chair out in the hallway just waiting to be seen, waiting for a ventilator that may or may not ever come. So right now, things are looking like they are going to get better, but how quickly do they get better? We don't know. We also are hearing that some mayors are asking their residents to conserve water for the time being. In Orlando, the mayor wants communities to conserve water, stop watering your lawn, stop washing your car, take shorter showers, continue to wash your hands, but do it a little bit quicker, right? And things like that. Because they say that their water, you need to conserve their water supply so they don't run out of water, because they need to make liquid oxygen, which is needed to fight off the surge of COVID cases. Even in California, Governor Gavin Newsom, he stated and he hinted that in the next few weeks, we could potentially see the state go under a mandatory rationing, simply because the voluntarily consuming or conserving water, this hasn't worked. Many people aren't doing it, so it could see a mandatory rationing very soon. Also, in the last little bit of COVID news regarding the vaccine, is tomorrow is also the last day that Governor Tim Walz from Minnesota will be giving you $100 just to go and get your first dose of the vaccine. So again, if you're in Minnesota and you want to make $100, all you got to do is go get one dose. Get your first dose of the vaccine and you will get $100. So that's what we know right now. As always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and fill you in on all the latest news and updates. Again, I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you could and you enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit that like button, consider subscribing so that I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on, and I'll see you guys on the next one.